What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is our 1-year episode of Say It Out Loud Sports. I got Bob in the house. What's going on?
1 year went by quick.
Yeah, man. It's quick. Episode 80.
That means we're doing more than one a week.
80 episodes, first year. That's more than I thought, I mean.
One a week's only 52.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
easy math right there.
dropping math on you guys right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's been a fun ride. We're going to keep going. Pete's not with us today. He'll be back next week. We got some games we're going to play. Okay. But this weekend was fun. We got UFC Fight Night was pretty wild. You watched the boxing match between Ruiz. I didn't catch that.
Dude,
I still didn't watch it yet.
That was the best heavyweight boxing match I've watched in probably 20 years. It was wild. Heavyweights are usually slow and throw 12 punches around. These dudes were going at it.
Yeah, the only one, Wilder and Fury was the last one I watched, I think.
This was more exciting.
But as far as heavyweights go.
Heavyweights. Yeah. This was the most exciting heavyweight fight I've seen in probably 20 years.
Then you got Yuri Prochazka and Dominic Reyes going at it.
God.
That was a nasty knockout. Hopefully Reyes is okay. His mental game's probably, he's fought Jan, Jones, and now Yuri. Which he's going to fight for a title.
Yeah, he's probably going to get Yan.
He's going to get the winner of Yan and Glover. Which, assuming,
unless Glover wins, and I think Yan would either get a rematch or he'd get Yuri. Yuri probably have to beat Yan to get the title shot. But
we'll see. That was fun. The Kentucky Derby. One thing we learned this week: don't bet against Bob Baffert.
That guy's dude 7 times now.
He's there with Brady now. Don't get Brady and Baffert. I'm not touching.
He's a trainer.
I can't believe I didn't.
I didn't do enough research. I watched it when the lead up, like the show on before they ran it. Yeah. And that's when they said like his horse, Bob Baffert's horse was there. But he was like 9-1 or 8-1.
15-1.
It was 15-1?
Yeah.
I thought it was 9.
No, I'm pretty sure it was when I looked it was 15. It could have changed, but
see, I didn't know that.
It's wild, man. I'm only betting Baffert from now on. I think I had
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the horse or the jockey.
Matter. No. Well, the jockey I think is
it's different
Vasquez.
from the one that won last time.
Is it?
Different jockey.
No, yeah. So I'm betting Baffert from now on. I'm looking at the horse.
I'm about to buy a horse and send it to him.
Just buy a mini horse and send it to Bob.
Get him ready, dude.
Then the Valspar Open, I had Max Home at 71. He came into the Sunday, won back, and he just shit the bed. But
dude, he started bad.
The guy that won was also 70-1.
Was he really?
The 3 guys that were in the top
last
3,
group?
the last 2 groups, they were all 70-1. So I picked the wrong one basically, but still 70-1. It was a fun ride, but. Obviously, we have the NFL draft, which we're going to talk about right now. And we got the UFC Fight Night this weekend. Our boy Philip Haas is on the card. We'll talk about that. But let's get to the draft first. We did the mock draft. We nailed the first 7 picks.
Was it 7 of 7 we started?
7 of 7. And then it just went, after that.
Wow, then Carolina went off the walls.
So thinking about it after the fact, I didn't think about this prior, but Carolina's got in that division with Tom Brady for, probably 3-4 more years. They got Mike Evans. They got Michael Thomas.
DK.
Or
not DK.
Just they need a cornerback. So it kind of makes sense for them. I thought they'd go quarterback, but apparently Sam Darnold.
They're all in on Sam.
They like Darnold. And then
I think they probably were going to go quarterback, but their guy wasn't there at 8. You know what I mean?
They want to like Lance or somebody?
Yeah, they were hoping like San Fran went Jones, and then the need for quarterback wasn't there for 3 picks till them, and they would get their guy. I think it would have been a different story.
I don't know. And then Denver followed suit and took the other Cerrone, which screwed the Cowboys.
Dude, it didn't. So then that threw a wrench in everypeople's plans because then the Cowboys were like, okay.
But now we don't. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Philly starts moving. Philly moves up to 10 because they didn't want to lose their pick because the Cowboys are instantly drafting Devontae Smith after that.
I'm glad. So we'll get to it. Let's best pick of the first round. Who was your to help the team? What do you think was the best pick?
Easily you could. The best pick in the first round to help your team is obviously Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. That's probably the guy who's going to help his team the most. To me, my favorite was Devontae Smith all the way at 10. They traded up to 10 to get him?
Yeah.
That he's a top 3 player in the draft to me. You get him.
You like him over like Chase and Waddle even?
Waddle's probably the long run, probably the better receiver, but he hasn't been healthy.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Availability. We talked about it a long time ago. Availability is everything. Devontae Smith's never hurt.
Yeah.
The only question is his size, but Tyreek Hill doesn't have
Julian
size
Edelman,
either.
all those guys are little.
They all ball out. So I think Devontae Smith at 10 is probably one of the better picks of the first round, but It's obviously Trevor Lawrence at 1.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of a given. I think mine was Penei Sewell to the Lions. He slipped to 7. I think that's the best value.
To me, he should have been a top 4.
He should have went 5.
5, yeah.
To Cincinnati, but that was my favorite pick. And then Rashawn Slater going to the Chargers at 17. I think that's huge.
That's huge for them.
That's huge for the Chargers. They've needed a line for 20 years, so that's good. But Sewell, I'm glad the Lions didn't mess that up because they've been known. I'm sure Kevin's happy.
If they skipped that, it would have been all bad.
If he wasn't available, I think they trade out.
Dude, a ton of scouts had him like locked in as like he's a surefire Hall of Famer. They think his skill set. They think out of this entire draft, he's the one guy that's most likely to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. What's the worst pick of the first round?
17th overall. The Vegas Raiders select a late second round, early third round grade in Alex Leatherwood. They could have got this. They could have traded back, picked up another pick, took a different guy in the first round, and still took this guy in the second round. And they reached at 17 and took him. So I mean, they got to be so high on this guy. You know what I mean? Like, this is a first-round pick. Your board, this guy had to be 1 on your board.
Not 1, but
he got
high up there.
I mean, he had to be like say your top 2 are gone.
Yeah.
I mean.
Where they're, obviously, yeah, he's not going to be.
How? I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. Mayock and Gruden better do something.
So I put 2 down. I got Jamar Chase. I think it was a mistake. Obviously, Chase is a good talent.
You could trade back and get him?
No, they should have took Poole.
You're right.
Peel. That was why it's no knock on Chase, but they already have Higgins. They have Tyler Boyd.
They're making Burrow happy. They're replacing AJ Green.
I don't care.
I get it. I think you got to protect Burrow after last season.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. So that was a terrible pick in my opinion. And then the Travis Etienne pick didn't really make sense to me because they have James Robinson and Carlos Hyde. Why not?
Hyde's probably at the tail end.
He's the backup.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a third down guy. Come in, spell James Robinson. But James Robinson looked great last year.
He was good last year, but I think Travis Etienne is going to be more of a third down guy.
Yeah, that's fine, but you have other holes to fill in that. That's why you're the number one team.
If this is a first round, you can't pick that guy.
Yeah, you could. I feel like you could have got other. I mean, Lawrence maybe had something to do with it because they played together at Clemson. I have no idea.
Like the Jamar Chase at 5, they're trying to make Burrow happy.
Yeah, but the running back position in the first round,
trying to pair Lawrence back with that.
Pittsburgh going running back makes sense to me.
That makes the most sense with James Conner leaving. But to me, their biggest need was their offensive line. They lost their 2 starters. One retired, and then Villanueva, he just went to Baltimore.
Yeah.
So to me, they should have went all line right there.
I don't know. Najee Harris, I think, is going to be a stud. So, Etienne, surprise pick.
Oh,
I mean. One of mine is Dallas trading back. I was shocked they didn't just go off the rails and pick another offensive weapon. I think it's very good for Dallas to trade back, get Micah Parsons at 12, and they got they
don't really need to draft an offensive player.
No, that's why I'm surprised. But still, the history shows Jerry Jones does some dumb shit, and by him showing willingness to trade back, I was dying.
Well, his pick was gone.
His guy, he wanted corner, Cerrone or Horn.
He wanted Cerrone or Horn. Horn went early. He went 8.
He went 8, and then Cerrone went 9.
Right. So then the Cowboys are scrambling.
But I was still surprised.
Me, the Cowboys might have also had Michael Parsons 3 on their list because Sean Lee retires. You got to fill the void.
He's been retired for 15 years. He never plays it down.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. But he's done. He's not coming back. There's no hoping he's healthy.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a need to fill there. So Michael Parsons is a decent pick there for them.
Oh, he's an outstanding pick. But my surprise was they didn't screw up their draft and take Devontae Smith to pair with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and all these guys, where Jones actually showed willingness to trade back. And even though they gave Philly Devontae Smith, and now he's going to –
I think it's
they don't have corners. Dallas still doesn't really have cornerbacks.
No, I know Philly's all right at corner. They got Darius Slay.
Yeah, but I'm saying Dallas now has to deal with Devontae Smith.
They got to find a corner immediately.
They need a couple corners. They got linebackers, and they got the other dude.
Jalen Hurts gets his guy back.
The other linebacker they got late, Jabril Cox, was that his name?
He got in the first round?
No, Dallas got him like the 5th.
Oh,
he was like a second round talent. He's going to be good. So, and then the other one for me is Denver not going corner, which it kind of makes sense. They need a corner. They're in a division with Herbert and Mahomes.
They got to shut down somebody.
And they got their guy, Certain.
Yeah,
which he's going to be good. And then the last one, surprising one, obviously Justin Fields going to the Bears.
How does he slip this far?
I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously after the first 3, there's
some politics in the draft.
No,
teams.
I actually have to root against Justin Fields, which sucks because I want the Mitch Trubisky take to be right.
Right.
And if Fields comes in and turns it around, I can be like, damn it. But if he comes in and doesn't win, then Trubisky is still their best quarterback in the last whatever years.
I like the Bears move. They move up.
No, it's good for them. They finally got a QB that, well, I mean,
we'll see.
Going back, we'll see what happens, so we'll know. Did you have a surprise?
I don't know. The biggest surprise to me was the Raiders. Like, that's the worst pick. Why are you doing that?
The worst pick and the most surprising pick?
Yeah, like, what are you doing? You could literally take anybody else.
Well, at least they didn't take another speedy guy. They didn't have the joke was they didn't have the 40 times to go off of, so they didn't know who to pick.
Nobody knew because there's no combine. So they were just in a
They
scramble.
didn't know who the fastest guy was, so they took the slowest guy.
So they're like, yeah, who's the slowest guy in the draft?
All right, outside of quarterback, who's your rookie of the year?
Oh,
because obviously this has to do with where you landed, how much playing time. Like Trey Lance right now is.
I'm going to go. Do we know if Trey Lance starts?
If Garoppolo's there, he's not.
Exactly. So to me,
but outside of quarterback, so
I'm taking Kyle Pitts.
I think he just comes in.
I think he's going to come in and make an impact instantly. He's got a good quarterback. Matt Ryan's a good quarterback. I'm not saying
he's a top 10, 12
elite,
guy,
but he's a good quarterback. He can go out and throw for 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns.
No, he's a top 10, 12 guy.
Yeah. So, I think Kyle Pitts makes an impact immediately. He's going to get those 50-50 balls. Yeah. If they don't trade Julio, he's going to have a lot of open ground over the middle of the field. So, to me, that's the guy for me that wins Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Do you think he has a chance to win it even with quarterbacks in the discussion?
No.
There hasn't been one of those in a while, right?
No. Wasn't there one 2 years ago? I don't remember. It was like 4 straight quarterbacks, I think.
Yeah, look that up. While you're
Offensive Rookies of the Year.
Yeah, but I agree. Pitts is going to be good. That offense, there's a lot of mouths to feed. Though you got Ridley, Jones. Pitts will be decent.
He's going to get enough PT.
I like Jalen Waddle. I think he's going to come in and make an immediate impact in the slot in Miami, and he has familiar like Tua is going to get short balls to him.
How many Alabama quarterbacks got their guy back?
Well, Hurts and and then
Tua.
Burrow got Chase. So Burrow and Chase.
Mac Jones is just chilling over in New England.
Oh, I don't want to get started on that. Mac Jones. But I like Jalen Waddle as far as the receivers go.
2 years ago, Barkley won Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Barkley, Kamara, and then it was Dak. But the last two have been quarterbacks, Murray and Herbert.
I think this could be the year. I think obviously Lawrence and Wilson will be good.
He's going to play the whole
year. Wilson's going to go.
Did you see what Peyton Manning told him at the Masters?
No.
Peyton Manning told Justin Herbert at the Masters, he's like, I need them to play you every down the entire year
yeah.
so you can break my record of most interceptions in a season for a rookie. I was dying.
Jacksonville got they got Marvin Jones. They got a couple receivers. DJ Chark still there? Or did he leave?
DJ Chark's in Jacksonville.
But Jalen Waddle and I think Najee Harris. You mentioned the line, obviously that's a big thing. But Najee Harris is a 3-down guy. He can catch, he can run, he can
do it all.
He's tough. He's the Derrick Henry.
He's a full-time back. That's the thing. He's a Derrick Henry type guy.
Even like Le'Veon Bell, he could be the next Le'Veon. And that offense is going to be.
He's going to catch.
They drafted the Pittsburgh's offense is ridiculous.
They're good. I just worry about their O-line. But then again, Mike Tomlin is always somehow
finding O-line.
Finding O-linemen and always finding ways to win games.
Well, they got Freiermuth, the tight end from Penn State. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Then they still have the receivers. Claypool.
They got Juju back.
They got Najee Harris. Ben's going to put up numbers. It's just he kind of broke down towards the end of last year. I think if they stay healthy and their defense, I don't think
the playoff game.
They lost some defensive guys too, so I think they're going to be in a lot of shootouts. So I think Najee Harris is going to be a really good
third down, man.
Really
that's
running
the
back.
key. If you can get third and shorts, Najee Harris can get you first downs.
All right. Which team? Did you look at like draft grades? Who's your team? I thought obviously the Jets had a great draft. Zach Wilson, I think, is going to be fine, but they also got Vera Tucker to protect him.
Traded up to get his O lineman.
Yeah, Vera Tucker. They got Elijah Moore, which came out of
Ole Miss,
DK, and
AJ Brown was there.
And they got Michael Carter in like the fourth, which is he was like the fourth or fifth guy.
They probably had the best draft. I like Cleveland had a pretty good draft too.
I have them too. Greg Newsome, and they got Owusu in the second.
Dude, so Owusu just kept sliding and sliding and sliding.
Yeah.
But, I think Cleveland got they had a pretty good draft.
Because their offense is going to be fine.
They don't have to do anything.
No. Obviously, they got all the way they lost to Kansas City in that close game, but they just needed more guys.
And in that game, remember the play at the goal line?
Yeah, the fumble out of bounds. No, that game was wild. And then, obviously, that game, Mahomes got hurt, but they just needed more defense, and they went out and did that. So,
yeah.
And then I liked what the Broncos did getting Cerrone, and they found a replacement for Phillip Lindsay. They got Javonte Williams early in the second round, which was a good pick. But yeah, the draft overall is fun. I didn't do all the research in the 2nd through 7th rounds. Like I knew some of the guys, but we'll do that when we get closer to the season and
see who really makes an impact.
But we know pretty much, So what do you think Jimmy G gets? Where do you think Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Do you think Aaron Rodgers retires?
No.
I think he can.
If Green Bay won't trade him?
So I read some other stuff on Twitter that said the nail in the coffin was him hyping up his wide receiver and then them
Kumaro?
And then cutting him the next day. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back. That
was recent. That was after the draft, right?
No, that was last year.
Oh, Kumaro, that's okay.
That's right. So they said that was like the last disrespectful thing they could do to Aaron Rodgers. He was done. And he was like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. He didn't want to come back. He played that season. He was an MVP, balled out, but he was like all season long. People could feel it in the locker. They knew there was a rift between him and the management.
And I feel like he's been fighting with them for years.
It was just he has, but it was just the Jordan Love pick blew everybody away. You know what I mean? And then he's over here praising Kumaro, and the next day they cut him.
Yeah, that's pretty.
He's just. They're not on the same page, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's going to retire. I saw the stupid take where the Packers were going to trade him to San Francisco, and then he's going to retire after the trade.
Yeah, because they'd be like, "Why should have took me, not Alex Smith."
That's a dumb. I saw that. That was
wild.
Stupid.
That would be hilarious.
There should be rules against that anyway.
Well, I feel like if he did that, they would probably void the trade. Everybody go back, and Aaron just retire. Yeah, there's got to be stipulations in there.
If he gets traded, where does he go? Denver? That's kind of the rumor.
I think he had a list: Denver,
San Francisco, and
Raiders,
Oakland, or Las Vegas.
Well, Gruden would absolutely throw Carr into the pit at Mirage for Aaron Rodgers. So
he might lay on the freeway, and
Carr and Gruden live next door to each other. Gruden would send a moving truck to his house before Carr even got traded, if Aaron Rodgers is on the way.
Yeah, but I don't know what they would. I don't know. Obviously, there's a bunch of.
It's an upgrade.
Have to figure out the
contract
picks and stuff.
Trade him 1-for-1.
I was hoping he comes to Frisco. I thought the 3rd pick, Jimmy Garoppolo.
They send Jimmy in the 3rd and another first
and something. I don't think it's going to happen now, but I don't know. The whole Green Bay thing. If he doesn't play for Green Bay, I think Green Bay's been so lucky to have Favre and Rodgers. When Rodgers is gone,
it's over.
If Love doesn't pan out, I feel like Love can be decent, but he's not going to be at this level. They could be.
They're the luckiest.
They could be the worst franchise. They could be a very bad franchise.
They could be a 3 or 4 game
because they're not good at drafting.
No, they're terrible. Look at their drafts. They don't even draft offensive players in the last 10 years. They don't help Aaron Rodgers out at all.
Yeah, so
this is like Indy with Andrew Luck. They had Manning and Luck for 20 years. They won 1 Super Bowl.
Then they finally got a line after his kidney was
after he died.
Spleen.
After he couldn't recover anymore.
Yeah. Carson Wentz is going to love that. Their line is really good.
They're the number one line in football. Wow, maybe not anymore.
The Raiders are up there.
The Chiefs are going to be way up there too.
Yeah, with Brown, and they drafted a center.
The Chiefs will be way, and they signed 2 guys.
All right. That's enough football. We'll get to football in a couple months. I'm sure we'll have some headlines coming up, but let's get into fan bases. So we're going to do our top 5 favorite fan base and then our top 5 most annoying. So let's start with the favorite. I guess I'll go 5. My 5th favorite fan base.
Are you starting at 5?
Yeah. Duke basketball.
Your 5th favorite fan base.
This is my 5th favorite one, and this is why. Because I love rooting against them. Every March Madness, they're the Cameron Crazies. They have a great their fan base in Duke. Obviously, I haven't been there, but on TV, they're fun to watch. They're insane. Year one.
Yeah.
I love talking crap to you when Duke's in the tournament and get eliminated.
They either lose in the first round or they get all the way to like the Elite Eight for me.
So they're really good, but also I feel like they're not too annoying. Not outside of you.
No.
I'm not saying you're annoying. I'm saying like the Duke fans, they're just fans, but they're really good at supporting their team, but they're not delusional. Like when they're out, you didn't hear them this year talking all sorts of crazy.
No, they're not.
Crazy shit like some teams. But also it's super fun to root against them because they get so emotional during the games.
Oh, yeah. I get real crazy.
So I don't know what's going to happen when Coach K leaves, but that's one of my favorite
Jay
fan
Williams
bases.
gets the job?
Probably, yeah.
It has to be.
All right.
If he doesn't, there'll be riots out there.
Who's your number 5?
Number 5, Loyola Chicago.
Just because of Sister Jean.
Sister Jean, dude. It's a storyline every year at March Madness that I enjoy. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
She is the fan base. Don't even know another fan besides Sister Jean. You know what I mean?
So Sister Jean's number 5.
Sister Jean's number 5. Do you know any Loyola Chicago fans? Besides Sister Jean?
Mm-mm.
And she's on national TV the whole tournament.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Fly me out for the Duke games.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, I
Bring
don't
me in.
I don't want to jinx it. Sister Jean's 100 and something, right?
Yeah. She'll be around next year, dude.
This is bad. We're just like, hope she doesn't listen to this. All right, number 4. Who's your number 4? Then I'll go.
Number 4 favorite fan base?
Yep.
Lakers.
What, is it kind of a similar reason to Duke? Why I like Duke?
Yeah.
Now
you
like rooting against them?
Now
you're rooting against
now I root for them. But my thing is, like, I love it because all my friends were Laker fans when LeBron wasn't in LA, and they hated him. And now he's here, and they still hate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want him to win, but they still hate him. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, Pete's not here to defend himself, but he quit being a Laker fan. He can't stand LeBron.
I know.
And after LeBron's recent, dude, he's
going the wrong direction.
I can take out like the politics and all that just separate it. But this fool is getting
he's
annoying.
getting it too much. He's going the wrong direction.
I hope they miss the playoffs this year.
They're not going to miss the playoffs.
Last night was big for them.
I told you, bro. If they had five straight rough ones and then 3 easy ones,
I can't believe they beat the Nuggets.
Last night was big for them.
Oh, it's terrible.
It carries some momentum coming forward.
All right, my number 4 is the Dallas Cowboys, and it's pretty much
favorite.
Oh yeah, I love it because they're delusional, but they're also like they're fun to argue with. I feel like they're loyal. They might be delusional, but they're very loyal. And
I just can't get.
I like argue. I know you have them on your least favorite, most
number
annoying.
one. No one's annoying.
That's because you're an Eagles fan too. I just think it's hilarious because they're loyal to a fault.
You know, there's not even a DVD out there with the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. It was last time they won. It was on VHS, bro.
That's why it's great. I just like my favorite ones. That's why I changed it from best to favorite because some of my favorite ones, although maybe annoying, also are very delusional and sometimes crazy. But they don't leave. They even when they're bad, they still like claim their team, and that's why my number 3 is the Raiders because it's similar. Both these two teams, they could be 2-14, and they don't go away.
No.
So they're very like and they're still vocal. They'll be 1-14 going into week 16. They're like, my team's going to beat you.
Now, but those fans turn into we're going to bust the playoffs for other teams.
Right.
We're out.
But they don't disappear like some of the teams of my most annoyings. You'll see. Those two fan bases don't disappear when their team's bad. They still talk trash. They still show up for their games.
That's true.
They'll paint their faces and go to the games, whatever. They're there.
Yeah, the Saints fans put trash bags on their head. They still come.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they were the Aints, they weren't going.
No.
Like, Dallas is going to sell out. Jerry Jones ensures drama. Those go out and get a free agent, and the fans stick behind it. So I like the Raiders and the Cowboys for those 2 reasons.
All right.
Who's your
number 3?
Who you got?
LA Kings. Hockey games. They're the funnest thing to go to. Kings games are wild.
I mean, I don't know if we've discussed this on the podcast, but I hate hockey games.
Do you hate going to them?
No, it's freezing.
Well, you got to wear a sweater.
No, I wear shorts.
Oh, that's your problem, dude. You went into a building with a block of ice on the floor, and you wore shorts.
And I was like probably 10th row up. That was pretty cold.
Yeah.
And then the worst, I got sick. I told you this. I got sick. I left the game. I had the sniffles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I felt like I had a bloody nose. I was just the whole time. I couldn't drink beer fast enough.
Jeez, I love Kings games. They're so fun.
Toes
so
are
rowdy.
I haven't been to the Kings game. I went to the Ducks.
Oh, Kings games are rowdy. If they're losing in the third period, we're fighting for sure. There's fights.
Have you been to the Vegas one yet?
No, I want to go so bad. I heard it's crazy.
Those are the most expensive. Those are the most expensive
tickets.
You can just walk down the strip. You can just go to the game.
They're supposed to be the wildest.
Hockey fans are wild.
Yeah.
The craziest fans, by the way, we didn't list this because it's is soccer.
They're the most diehard.
People fight all the time. Remember the clip where the guy gets kicked in the back and he flies like 30 meters forward? And I thought pretty sure he died.
Yeah, he's dead for sure.
All right, my number. Who's your
number 2?
Yeah, who's your 2?
Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, because
that's my team, man.
And I know the
fan base stays so loyal.
They're the delusional ones that are
We're good now.
But yeah, the last couple years
We had
you
2
weren't
down
talking.
years. We had 4 World Series in 12 years, though.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they're good. It just you get over the top with the Red Sox.
What do you mean, dude?
When they're bad, you still talk. Like last year, they were horrendous. Now you're back.
Oh,
like
we're
you
back.
disappeared. Like remember I was saying the Cowboys and the Raiders, they stick around.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
hear
was still
nothing.
a Red Sox fan last year.
Well, you were still a fan, but you weren't talking.
No, what am I going to talk about? Striking out? That's what we did.
All right, my number 2 is the New York Knicks.
Oh, okay.
These guys,
It's always a
they're
show at Madison
always
Square Garden.
when the Knicks are good, basketball is better. Like right now,
If the Knicks are good, it's good for basketball.
it's insane right now. They're like,
Julius Randle, bro. This dude's going to have a couple MVP votes.
did you hear about this too? He
What?
won Player of the Month.
I'm sure he did. Have you seen his numbers?
I know. He's going to win Most Improved Player, which he was already good, but he's
gonna
definitely
steal. He's
stepped
going to steal a couple of MVP votes.
No,
You don't think he gets one or two?
He might because of where the Knicks are, which is
And he's their guy.
in 40 games above their win total this year. Thibodeau's probably Coach of the Year.
Gotta be.
But yeah, we were just talking about this on the group message. Randall got announced the
March
April
Player of the Year?
April-
or Player of the Month?
April Player of the Month. My
He's
only
been
problem with this
dude.
is Russell Westbrook was the Player of the Month. I don't care.
He's probably,
He averaged 22, 13, and 12 over the month, and they went 12 and 5, and they clawed their way back. The Knicks went 11 and 4. Randall had some huge games,
he had 46 one night.
but no, Westbrook's.
Westbrook probably got some votes.
If you take the numbers and don't put the name of any player up there and just look at numbers alone, Westbrook's the Player of the Month. Easily.
Probably, yeah.
You ever just no. Randall's balling, though.
He's on a tear.
And the videos I've seen out of New York with people dancing in the streets right now and like waving
The
banners.
Knicks are
I know
good. People are coming out.
but people still rep.
And
the
a lot
Knicks
of those
even
Knicks
when
fans are Celtics fans that left their jersey at home.
the only annoying part about the Knicks is their old players like Charles Oakley. Cheating. He's trying to cheat at roulette.
He got caught, yeah.
He got caught.
He added money.
He added money to his bet. Patrick Ewing talking about you don't know who I am. Like
Charles Oakley got kicked out of Madison Square Garden. Patrick Ewing's out.
Yeah, it's the old players.
These little jerseys are hanging to the rafters. They can't even get in. That's kind of wild.
But then I guarantee if he walks down the street and someone asks for an autograph, he's probably mad.
Yeah, he's probably not signing either.
All right, and then my number 1 for favorite is Bills Mafia.
They're
jumping through tables.
they're wild. They got their own little
negative
thing.
45, and they're doing cannonballs through tables, chugging beers, barbecuing.
Their tailgates are probably the number one.
They're easily number one,
yeah.
and now they're good. It's good for football when Bills are good.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it in 20 years since the Jim Kelly years.
It's tough to
Patriots.
be good with Tom Brady on a 20-year run in New England.
Yeah, but now they're
Tom's
they're
in Tampa.
good. So now
they're
watching the Bills in the playoffs,
it's fun.
And watching the shenanigans outside of Orchard Park that's one of my favorite.
I'd like to go tailgate there. It'd be fun.
Notice I didn't have my team on there.
No, why?
Because they're not. They're stupid. I don't like 49er fans in general.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They just bug me. I feel like they were bandwagon fans too. A lot of them, when they were good, they all disappeared. When we had the rough stretch between Steve Young, we had Elvis Gerbach and
till
Alex Smith showed up, and then we were good. Then Kaepernick. Then after Kaepernick, we were bad again. And then all of a sudden, 2 years ago, remember we had the second
C.J. Beathard and
we had the second pick in the draft.
It took Bosa.
Went to the Super Bowl that year, and then everybody's back. They started off hot. Jimmy G
was hot.
Yeah,
just blew the lead.
So anyway, who's your number 1?
The Eagles, baby. The Eagles, man. The Eagles games are wild.
Yeah, you just like okay. I mean,
Let's
I like
go.
the crazy guys too. I guess Bills, Duke, Dallas, Raiders. All right, who's the most annoying number 5? Mine, to me, I'm just going to start the Houston Astros.
I have them on my list, but not at 5.
Indefensible.
Dude, they can't even argue with fans when they're like right now. BP today against the Yankees, the crowd's just chanting, "You're a cheater." Yeah. They can't even argue. If they just got to take it.
Yeah, they still claim to win the World Series. They cheated.
They did.
Yep.
No.
And I'm a Dodger fan, so I hate the Astros.
Yeah. My number 5, North Carolina basketball. I can't stand.
They're the same as Duke.
No, they're not.
How?
Because they don't win as much.
Carolina?
And when's the last time we won a national title?
They've been to couple years ago, Luke May hit a game winner.
Okay, and then that's the one they've won.
And then
in the
they
last
lost to
10,
Villanova
12
on a
years.
buzzer beater.
That's it.
What is Duke?
Duke's won like 3
No.
in the 10-year span.
When's Duke won last? Tatum's year? Did they even win? Carolina's been to a couple.
Zubik won one with Shire and Paulus.
Oh, God. That was 15 years ago.
10.
Shire's like 45 years old right now.
He's probably still balling out of his mind somewhere.
Who's 4?
4 on my most hated?
Yep.
Houston Astros. That's 4 on my list.
Okay. All right, my 4 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Division rival.
They yelled at me once because I was wearing a Kaepernick jersey at a Charger game for some reason. I don't know what I was doing. They were playing the Seahawks. I went to them, and some guy's like, wrong game.
Wrong game.
I'm like, shut up. But the Seahawks, I don't know. They are, this 12th man thing annoys me. Russell Wilson annoys me. Their fans annoy me.
Russell Wilson does annoy me nowadays.
He's fake. The first, and I hate when you see these fans pop up when they're good. I mean, they've been good since Russ got there.
I used to like Russ.
But where'd they all come from?
I don't know.
You got all these 50-year-old guys in jerseys that claim to be Seahawks fans. I only knew one. In like 35 years of my life, 30 years of my life, I knew one guy.
If he's 50 and he doesn't have a Kevin Green jersey on, I'm not buying it.
One guy. He had Steve Largent, all these guys.
Yeah.
Sean Alexander was more recent, but they had the old Rick Meyer. And then all of a sudden, there's 7,000 of them, which I get. People are going to bandwagon.
They get good. People are going to come out the woodworks.
Which is annoying. And then my 3 is the Warriors because they just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
They'll be back next year when Clay's back.
Yeah, they have to come back. What are they going to not cheer for? Clay?
But no, they're just disappear.
They're coming out.
I don't like
they're
the disappearing
coming
guys.
back right now because Steph's on a tear. They wanted to win MVP.
Yeah.
So there's a few out there.
I don't like the ones that disappear from the face of the earth. I would like even with like the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Raiders, all those guys. They don't really disappear.
I don't disappear.
No, Eagles fans are nuts.
I'm winning every week.
Yeah. They could be 3-10, and I remember last year they beat the Niners, and you were in my face.
Oh yeah, the whole game.
Furious.
We were wild all week.
Full game killed me.
Oh, let's go, baby.
So that was 3, and then
my number 3, Alabama.
Yeah, they're kind of
dude.
They play cupcakes. They play Saracoso Community College.
Let's get a schedule going, dude. Quit playing Coastal Carolina twice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Come on, Alabama is my 3.
Who's 2?
2. Dallas Cowboys.
For obvious reasons.
I just can't stand the Cowboys. Every year we're winning the Super Bowl.
I thought they were going to be in the Super Bowl last year.
No, bro. Every year, 8-8. Last year's a down year for them. They're 5-11, 5-10, or 5-11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. They're terrible.
Number 2, New England Patriots. They've been spoiled. They disappear. They're kind of disappearing. No, they were out until they were out when the Patriots were 2-1.
Cam.
They're loyal. When they were 2-1, they were all talking, and I kept saying this is a facade. And then they shit the bed and they vanished. And now
they did, but they didn't become Tom Brady fans. That's the thing. They stuck. They stuck the bill. They stuck the bill. They just didn't. They didn't come out as Bucs fans.
But they also shit on Brady. A lot of them I heard say it's Belichick, not Brady. And now Brady went out and
Brady proved that wrong.
Belichick. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it again when football gets here. Belichick's the biggest fraud in sports in the past 20 years.
He's the biggest fraud.
Biggest fraud in sports in the past 20 years.
I think his talent isn't football. His talent is management.
We'll see
the way
this
he runs the New England.
Oh, obviously he runs it well. But to be the greatest coach of all time.
I mean, he wins. Whatever he's doing is working.
When he had Tom Brady.
All right, but a lot of guys opted out last year.
All right, well, that's why I said this year will be
7 starters on defense opted out last year.
This year will be huge for him.
We'll see.
If he doesn't make the playoffs again in that division.
If Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl.
He got to make a run to another. And now he's got Mac Jones?
I don't think Mac Jones starts.
No, Cam Newton started, but I'm saying that's what I would go get Garoppolo. Mac Jones ain't it.
Look at that Alabama quarterback room.
You can't.
Hurts and Mac Jones were all on the same team.
Yeah.
That was their quarterback depth chart. All 3 are in the league right now.
All right. And then my number 1 most annoying, I kind of cheated on this one, is individual player fans. I mean, I fall in kind of that category with NBA because I don't have a team. Like, I like the Lakers, but...
Oh, that's me. I'm a LeBron fan.
Whatever. The Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jordan fans, they always debate this, who's the GOAT. It's never going to be solved.
There's no answer.
I don't get why people
Just put all three of them in.
Why do we even argue it? Because there's never a right answer.
Put them all 1A.
It's fun. I guess it's kind of fun to talk about, but there's never a right answer.
You can't.
And then once you buy into a guy, like I remember years ago when I still love Lamar Odom, but I remember years ago you guys would all give me shit.
Yeah.
Once you buy in, it's hard to get you off the take.
Because you like
for the majority of people, 90%, I would say. But the people that only, it's just annoying, I guess. Like Westbrook haters.
That's me.
Will still to this day be like, oh, he's a bum. Like, what are you watching? He's about to break the record for Oscar Robertson's record.
I seen yesterday he could go 0, 0, and 0 for the rest of the season, and still average triple double.
But he needs 5 to break the all time record. But people are like, oh, it's easy to get triple double.
5 of them,
5 more. Well, he had one yesterday, so I think he needs 4 more.
Yeah, he had one like halftime yesterday.
Yeah, he had 8, 12, and 13 or something. So that's my number one.
My number one.
Yep.
The New York Yankees. I can't do it, dude. These guys are so delusional.
They haven't won anything in 20 years.
20 years? And they still think
like 2000?
They're still stuck on 16 titles. That's all they talk about. 16 World Series. Cool, bro. You won from 1912 to 1922. You won 10 of those. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There was guys that worked all day in the factory and then came out and played baseball.
Yeah.
It doesn't count to me. Get it out of here.
It is crazy,
and it's all absolute fake nonsense. You're gonna sit there, if you go back and look at record books, they said Mickey Mantle hit a baseball 705 feet. Okay, he was swinging a 2x4, and he was 6 foot tall, 185 pounds. You're telling me he hit a baseball 705 feet, but Giancarlo Stanton with new technology can only hit it 450?
Where is that?
Look that up. That's online.
705.
They said he hit it 705.
That's impossible.
How'd they measure it? They rolled out the tape or what? I can't buy it, dude. I can't stand Yankee fans. And then I can't stand them now. They're like Stanton and Judge are these superstars. Bro, they struck out more times last year. Aaron Judge struck out more times the last full season. Last 19. He played 162 game season. He struck out more times that season than Ted Williams did his 20-year career. Than Tony Gwynn in a 20-year career.
Yeah.
In one season. Get this guy out of here, bro. This cool. He wouldn't even made the team back then. Can't do it.
So it's 565-foot shot.
No.
I'm not seeing any.
There was a 7. Dude, I looked at it. There was a
705. What was he using? An aluminum bat?
Dude, he was swinging a 2x4 back then.
Golf ball and aluminum bat might get there.
I could probably hit it 500. Golf ball.
Here we go.
Bat. Here it is.
This ain't right.
Tell me.
Videos of Mickey Mantle's 705 foot.
Okay. Yeah, he's swinging a 2x4. Let's be real. What kind of bats they had back then? What were they doing? They put them on a lathe. They put a 2x4 on a lathe and made a bat out of it.
Yeah, like the cricket.
Come on.
Yeah,
705. I'm not. No.
Mickey Mantle's famous 600-foot homer at USC.
Gone. You got debunking that right now.
It says the homer reached an insane 654 to 660 feet.
No, it didn't. He hit it 310. Stop.
No, I don't believe. I don't buy it.
0% chance. If that was real, dudes would be hitting him 800 feet today.
I agree.
Everybody's bigger, faster, stronger. Bats are better. Baseballs are harder. What, the air got thicker? What happened?
It said the ball reportedly traveled to 344 feet to right center field, and then kept going until it hit the middle of the football practice field. The assumption was the ball went at least 550 feet. Some diagrams had it going over the football field. What, some diagrams?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
some kid drew a diagram and said, hey, look, I hit it over here.
This is crazy. According to the New York Times.
Remember that time I threw the football over them there mountains? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
According to the New York Times, a research group worked with USC coach and Trojan outfielder Tom Rioch, who watched the ball sail over his head that day to determine how far the homer reached.
Oh, okay, Tom.
So they just said,
okay, Tom, you wanted your 15 minutes of fame.
How far to go? He said, it landed over.
Said over them there mountains, dude.
I saw it land.
Stop.
That's pretty wild.
I can't do it. That's why I hate Yankee fans. The Yankee fans think that's real.
Probably.
They think Mickey Mantle's hitting 607-foot home runs.
Yeah.
No.
It's crazy, too, that if the Yankees haven't won in 20 years because they've had all they
have the highest payroll in baseball every year.
Yeah. Garrett Cole comes over. He's whatever.
Who?
Yeah. They should have got Jacob deGrom.
That fool. He
lost 1-0 2 days ago.
He does it every time, dude. the Mets, when he pitches, his run, like his the runs they produce for him
that's ridiculous.
is 2.2. When he doesn't pitches, it's like 4.9.
Yeah, it's brutal.
They just don't help him.
It is.
Dude's ERA is like 1.95 and he's 0-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, let's get into some UFC. We got a
recap of the fucking wildest card we've ever watched.
What's that?
Yuri.
Oh yeah, the knockout.
Dude, Rose?
Well, no, we already did the 261.
Oh, that's right.
This weekend we got a good card though. It's pretty actually stacked for a fight night. Free. It's on at 5 Pacific. The main card.
Yeah.
So it's a little earlier than normal, which is good.
The main event changed, but it's still Cerrone.
Oh, no, the main event's Waterson and Marina Rodriguez. Cerrone's a co-main.
What?
Yeah. Got announced today. Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Waterson.
How is Cerrone not the main? Because he's fighting Moreno now, not Sanchez?
Yeah, maybe.
Did you see why Sanchez is out?
No. Oh, he got cut.
Do you know why?
Not the whole story. You probably know more.
Okay, so I read. So Diego Sanchez's coach told Diego to refuse to sign. So if you fight in the UFC, before you fight, you have to sign a waiver saying you don't have any mental injuries going into the fight. Like saying like you're not diagnosed with CTE, you don't have like, black spots in your vision. Like you basically signed this waiver saying you're okay. And his coach told him not to sign it. So he refused to sign it. So then he has to go in front of a board. And I can't remember who was on the board. He's a fighter. But he was telling him, like, I'm not going to sign this because I don't know the outcome of injuries for fighting, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, we're asking you to sign it now. Do you have any of these injuries now? And he's like, I don't know. But they're saying he wouldn't sign it because his coach wants to bring a lawsuit to the UFC to basically put like a class action against the UFC, so they have to pay all these fighters going forward for if they have like CTE or memory loss.
Well, because he's coming to the end of his career, right? So is that what
he's way at the end? But it's crazy. They've took care of Diego. He was the original Ultimate Fighter winner.
Yeah, he was.
This is how long ago he's fought this long. And to me, you signed up for this. You knew what the outcome was.
Yeah, you
can sit here and look at Muhammad Ali from the '60s and see what the outcome of getting hit in the head repeatedly for 20 years is. Yeah, it's not rocket science, dude. You can't do that for long periods of time and be okay.
Yeah, it's like, look at Brendan Schaub. He knew that's why he got out. He
got out for that, and he got out because of sponsorship and the Reebok deal.
A lot of things, but a lot of it
is safety.
Yeah.
He knows, like, you can't get hit in the head for 20 years.
Well, same with football. Look at football. You've had Patrick Willis retire early.
Chris Borland.
Chris Borland retire early.
You know what I mean?
Some other guys. So and look at Edelman right now. His knee obviously has knee issues, but he's probably smart.
He's probably had 10 concussions.
He's had a lot, and it's probably smart. He's 34.
They probably only reported 4 of them.
But yeah, no, it makes sense. But yeah, the coach.
I mean, Diego just he's signed it every fight going till today.
He's fought like 50 times probably.
Right. So
yeah, that's stupid.
This is basically your farewell too, and you just gave it up.
He's gonna go.
What, are you going to go to bare knuckle and sign the form?
No, he's going to go to like one of these other guys.
Bare knuckle. Or they're paying the most money.
That's true.
He's going to go over there and get hit with a bare knuckle, and he's going to sign that form?
Probably.
Come on, dog.
That's a good point. If he signs, that'd be wild.
Any lawsuit he has moving forward is null and void if he signs a contract over there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you didn't think UFC was safe, so take the gloves off? No, stop.
All right, let's get into this card, though. This is going to be a stat card, dude. First of all, our boy, Philip Haas. If you guys haven't listened, we had him on the podcast 2 weeks ago. Did an interview with him. That's our guy. He's fighting Kyle Dawkins, they're both, Haas is 10-2. He's won 6 straight. 3-0 in the UFC. Dawkins is 10-1. How do you see, have you watched Dawkins?
I've seen him fight one time.
So he lost Haas' teammate, Brendan Allen, fought him, and that's his only loss.
That's his only loss.
He's 1-1 in the UFC. I think doesn't that give Haas kind of an advantage?
Gives him an advantage because now Brendan Allen tells him, like, this is what he's really bad at. But this is not even that. It's coaches, obviously, when Brendan Allen fought the guy, the same coaches saw a path to win the fight, and it worked out. So, I mean, it'll change a little bit because obviously Dukakis is going to be like, I'm not going to make the same mistake against the same team and, lose the same way. But, I mean, there'll be adjustments in there. I don't see Philip Haas losing a fight, though.
Yeah, Haas' last fight, he went into deeper waters. He fought his first decision, got his first decision victory in the UFC. But in the interview, told us he was fighting in Thailand, working on that. I think after the fight there, I'm sure he's worked even harder to make sure he's ready for a 3-round fight, but hopefully gets the, spectacular finish, because I'd imagine the win. This is the co-main of the prelims.
Right.
I imagine the winner of this fight could potentially be on the next pay-per-view. Their next fight be like the first fight of a pay-per-view card, or headline a fight night.
Yeah,
which would be big. So
it's time.
Haas is plus 110 in this fight. I'm taking that all day.
I'm taking Haas every time.
So
Haas by knockout probably gives plus 220.
Yeah, so let's get that Philip Haas. Good luck. And then the main card's crazy. So Amanda Rebos.
That opens the card with Angela Hill.
Yeah, it's one of the first guys. Rebos and Hill. Rebos is coming off her loss against Marina Rodriguez, which she's the main event of this night. But, I thought she had a terrible game plan going into that fight, Rebos versus Rodriguez. She was trying to strike with her, and Rodriguez.
She got wrecked.
Rodriguez is a power. She KO'd her twice. Didn't she get knocked out twice,
into
basically?
the first round, basically, and then came out in the second round.
No, that was the one they didn't wave it off.
Oh, is that the one?
And she what the hell, and then knocked her out, attacked her again.
Yeah.
I was like,
Herb Dean didn't step in.
Yeah, I mean, Rebos does have wins over Marcos, Paige Van Zandt, but her biggest
Paige Van Zandt win doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
She lost 5 straight.
Her biggest win was Mackenzie Dern, who is climbing the ranks now. So she has the skills to beat top talent. You like Hill, right?
I like Angela Hill, but she's 1-2 in her last 3. Her last fight was Yoder.
Her last fight,
actually Yoder, she won that fight. And the one before that, she lost to Michelle Waterson, who was
was a controversial.
It was a really wild fight. And then
Gedalia.
Yeah, which to me that's a bad loss for Angela Hill. But
my problem with her, I mean, she's been around. She's fought some tough people.
She fought
Jessica Andrade back in the day, not in the UFC before.
She was a champion originally. Gedalia. Yeah. She was like.
No, I'm talking Hill.
Oh, Hill.
Hill fought Andrade back in a while ago. She lost to her, but it was in a different promotion.
Right.
But she's fought some good talent.
Angela Hill's really good.
Yeah, I don't like her. She's always making. If you go into fights and leave it to the judge, we've talked about this before.
It's not.
Don't complain when they lose, and that's what the last couple. Against Waterson, she came out. She's like, I won that fight. Against Gedalia, I won that fight. Against every time she loses, she's on Twitter going off. I won the fight. I should be credited. Like, get out of here.
You lost.
If you lose, if you go to the judge's decision, like you don't see Max Holloway.
He doesn't
himself go and be like, I beat Volkanovski. If someone asks him
everybody
about it.
Everybody in the world knows that, but he doesn't complain about it.
He's not on there every time being like, oh, I won the fight.
He knows don't leave it in their hands.
He lets everybody speak for him because he knows it does him no good. It makes him look bad.
Anybody. Yeah. When you go on there and you have to do that, it sounds like you're trying to convince everybody.
With that being said, I feel like betting-wise, the play's probably on Angela. She's plus 140.
I like Angela Hill bet.
But to me, I think Rebos is going to win. I think she bounces back and gets the win.
Okay.
But yeah, betting wise, I would do 140. Your boy's next, Gregor Gillespie.
Is this the first fight since he lost? Because the last one got canceled.
Yeah, Gregor got his head kicked to the moon last fight versus Kevin Lee.
2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was at the fight. It was December of 19.
It was September. It was October 1st of 2019.
So a year and a half.
Kevin Lee kicked his head. I caught it in the third row of the stands.
Yeah, I went to the moon, man.
But bad.
There was talk of this guy being he's fighting Diego Ferreira, but Gregor was the guy.
Going into that fight,
Khabib.
He wins that fight. He's the guy in the division everybody said had this
wrestling and grappling.
He had the skill set to beat Khabib.
Right.
We all know that's not true now.
I mean, I don't think I don't know. I don't think one head kick should deter him from people get caught.
He's got to bounce back.
People get caught. The one thing you can worry
Jorge
about.
Just got caught. 50 fights.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Never got caught. He got caught.
So Gregor, I don't think that one head kick's going to be like.
A lot of guys get knocked out and they're never the same fighter.
That's the word, the mental aspect.
Right here,
right here. And I mentioned this when we talked about Dominic Reyes last week.
Although the layoff probably helps.
Although with Dominic Reyes, he actually came out better than I thought.
He took some damage. He's the first guy to tell you ring rust isn't real.
No, Dominic Reyes, who just got KO'd by Push
I was thinking Dominic Cruz.
No. I'm talking about the KO aspect. I was worried that Reyes would come in after being stopped twice. Where's his mental game at? He showed up, but Yuri's just that good. He took a lot of damage. He was still in the fight, though.
He was still fighting. He hurt Yuri once.
Yeah, he didn't quit.
No, but
I don't think it's the mental game with him. I think Yuri and John Jones and Jan are that good.
Yeah.
Where I think we'll see how Gregor responds because Diego's. I've looked into him. I haven't seen him fight, but he has 2 losses against Beneil Dariush. But one of them was his last fight.
Good fight.
Dariush is really good, and he also lost to Dustin Poirier back a while ago. But he's 17-3, balanced fighter. He's
two of his 3 losses are Poirier and. Belarus?
He lost to Dariush twice and Poirier. Those are his 3 losses. Then this dude, I mean, he's a balanced fighter. He has 3 wins by KO, 7 by submission, 7 decisions. Yeah, it's 3 losses, like you said. Poirier.
It'll be a stand-up slugfest because Gregor's basically a wrestler, and Fury is like a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
So cancel that out. They're going to stand up as friends.
So to me, I would take I think the value is on the plus 150 side. I hope Gregor wins because I want to see what he can do. But I would say
if Gregor does win, he'll bounce in the rankings.
Yeah,
because they'll throw him right in the mix.
They'll take out the head kick and be like, "All right,
they'll throw him back in the mix."
I like Ferreira. I'm rooting for Gillespie. I
like Gillespie.
I'll take Ferreira if I had to bet. Probably won't be betting. I'll do some parlays. But this card is so good. No, I left that. I forgot about that one.
There's no Neil Magny.
Neil Magny, Jeff Hands of Steel, Neil. Dude, this fight. Are you kidding?
Jeff Neal.
This is the third. Listen to this card so far. It's great for a fight night. I know what I'm doing Saturday.
Jeff Neal's like 4-1 in his last 5. His last fight is the only loss is Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, who's a monster.
Who is top 3 probably in the division.
He's fifth in the rankings, but he's fighting Burns. Yeah, that dude's a monster.
When the last time Stephen Wonderboy Thompson lost was like 3 years ago to Pettis.
Yeah, on that freak knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, he hasn't lost in
he picked apart
5 years.
He picked apart Vincente Luque.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like his one loss is the Pettis fight.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's beat it basically everybody.
But yeah, so Magny, he's been one of my favorites through the years. I know I made some money off him 1 year March Madness.
He's been fighting for so long.
I stopped looking at his UFC record. He's 24-8 overall, but he's I think like 30 of the 28 are in the UFC, right? Something crazy.
Yeah, he's fought in the UFC for a long time.
He beat Robbie Lawler, Carlos Condit, He beat Johnny Hendricks.
That was after the GSP
years ago. Yeah.
Loss. After that, Johnny went downhill.
He's always in the rankings, I feel like. Top 50, 10 to 15, he's always in there. He's been above that. But his last fight, he got dominated by Chiesa on the ground. Chiesa just took him down.
I watched that fight. That was a good fight. Chiesa just kept taking him down. Kept taking him out.
Magny couldn't do anything. This fight, obviously, Hands of Steel. Neil's not playing the ground game. He's going to stand and trade.
They're going to stand and trade.
His name's Hands of Steel.
Yeah, they're going to.
So he's going to throw punches, not wrestle. So I think, and Jeff Neal lost, like we said, Stephen Thompson, which I think Magny can employ. Kind of, obviously, Thompson has his own style, the karate, like distance and move and footwork and don't get hit.
Yeah,
Magny has kind of similar traits where he's long.
Yeah, he uses his reach.
He's got to get in and out.
He's going to kick the front leg of a striker a lot.
So if he can do that, I think he's got a chance to win.
I don't see him finishing Neal ever.
No.
He's going to win it. He could win a decision if he fights right.
Right. I just think
don't get caught by Jeff Neal.
Yeah, don't get hit. Neal finished knocked out Perry, which that's kind of hard to do. Mike Perry hasn't been knocked out too many times.
No, but Mike Perry, you can come to the fight knowing it's a slugfest.
Yeah, but I mean, but even then, he hasn't gotten
right.
Luke couldn't knock.
Mike Perry takes a beating before he gets knocked out.
Jeff Neal knocked him out quickly. I was shocked.
Hurt him.
And then he knocked out Nico Price prior to that, which
I like Nico Price. He's exciting.
He's fun to watch, but you don't want to do that against. So I think Magny has the technical ability to beat Neal. I just see Neal.
He has to come with a game plan.
I think Neal's going to get it done.
Beat him for
on the betting side. The underdogs plus 160 is probably the play. If you go
Magny on the
if you bet like 4, so there's 6 fights. If you bet all the underdogs here, I bet you at least break even. I feel like there's gonna be
if you bet them all straight up.
Yeah,
3 out of 4.
Oh, like 5 or 6 of them. I think like so. You'd have Magny at plus 160, Ferreira at plus 150, Hill at plus 140, Haas at plus 110. I feel like two of those 4 win. I don't know which ones. Hopefully Haas takes it down, but all right, let's get into Cerrone. Cerrone found his replacement, Alex Moreno. Cerrone hasn't won a fight since he beat Al Quinta in May of 2019. He's 0-3-1, but obviously
look at who he's fought.
He got KO'd by Ferguson, Gaethje, McGregor.
He's fought
then he had the loss against Pettis, which I thought he won that fight.
It's close, but I mean, he fought some killers.
Yeah, I'm not blaming him.
I give it to Cerrone. Cerrone doesn't turn down fights.
Yeah,
Dana's like, hey, you want another payday?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Cerrone's a name.
Yeah,
he's a gatekeeper now.
He fought your boy Nico Price last time, and it was no contest.
Right, he's a gatekeeper now.
Fans still love him. I still want to watch him.
If you want to jump into the top 10, you got to fight Cerrone.
I don't know. I feel like. Do you feel like the end's near? Did you see the guy? Did you see the guy on drive the gas station?
Oh, that was a joke though. That's his buddy.
It wasn't him.
That's his buddy.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, hey, funny. You want to bump? He's like,
hey, bitch, you just cut me off. You want me to get? I'll pump your gas.
I'll pump your gas. It's Cerrone standing there. That's his buddy. That's right by the BMF.
That's dumb. That's sad. I thought that was.
It was fake. Both of them posted online.
Oh, that's dumb. Like I said, fans still love him. I still want to watch him fight.
I'll get out and pump your gas.
I feel like he should. The end's near.
It has to be. This is why I'm saying he's a gatekeeper. You want to get into the top 10.
I want to see him go into like. He has this like reality show, not reality show, but he has like a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
he's always posting. Ranch. Yeah, he's always. He should do something with that because he's entertaining. People want to watch him.
He should turn the ranch into an entire like camp.
They do.
Coach.
Well, they do that.
Yeah, he should coach them.
BMF.
The camp. BMF camp. Like that's
that'd
if
be dope.
you get a roster of dudes up there.
That'd be dope.
Training. You get a couple striking coaches. You know what I mean? Like Dwayne Ludd did with he's scooped Dillashaw from Alpha. He went up and started Elevation.
But imagine that reality show with Cerrone because he's gonna sell. I like watching him and his interviews and his shows. They're good. That's what he should do next.
He should turn his BMF, put some camps in.
Yeah,
got her a couple guys. It'd be fun. I'd watch it.
Yeah, Moreno. So it's Alex Moreno, guys, 18-7. Moreno stepping in for Sanchez, which we just talked about.
What are the odds on this fight?
Cerrone's -130. Moreno's +110. I think it's tough, man.
Cerrone should mow through this guy.
He should, but I mean, it's tough. I would, yeah.
If this would be the one favorite. This fight, it's over.
Yeah,
that's it. He leaves the gloves in the cage and he's out. Dana won't let him fight no more.
If he loses this one,
Dana's not going to give him the Chuck Liddell treatment.
Yeah,
he won't let Cerrone go out like that. He just won't book him.
Yeah,
he won't cut him. He won't tell him he's out. He just won't book him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the odds are pretty. I mean, -130 is not bad, though. If I had to take one, I'd take it Cerrone. I don't know. I hope he wins.
I do, too. I don't want to see him lose anymore.
Right. All right, and then the main event, Michelle Waterson and Marina Rodriguez. Rodriguez is an animal.
She's too good.
She's 13-1.
Waterson's a little too timid in the cage. She's more technical
I
than
feel like
anything.
She's like Rebus a little bit.
Rodriguez will blitz her. It'll be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be over quickly.
Waterson's tough, though. I don't think she gets finished.
I think she
5 rounds, she might get finished. The first 3, no. She could probably get finished the 4th or 5th.
I think it's 3, 4, or 5 finish. Yeah. Rodriguez is powerful.
Waterson's tough.
And she's tough, but yeah, I can see. I got Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
This one, I'm not touching the underdog. If I had to bet, I'd do Marina's. I would do Rodriguez by finish.
Waterson
-220.
Waterson's resume is really good, but she loses to the good fighters. Mm-hmm. She's beat a couple, but she loses to the majority of the good. She's like she's always going to be a top 5, but she's never going to beat 2 or 3 or 3, 2 or 1. You know what I mean? That's just what her career looks like.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was a fight. I thought she lost. Or did I bet on her?
She lost the decision to Joanna.
Joanna's really good, though. Yeah, I didn't realize Waterson's 35. She's older, too. Yeah,
she beat Felice Herring.
Oh, the Carla Esparza fight. That was such a boring fight.
I thought Waterson won the fight.
I thought I had money on her, so I was kind of biased, but I thought she actually won. I was trying to be unbiased.
Her last win's Angela Hill.
In the controversy. Yeah. So she needed that win to be – otherwise she would have lost her last 3.
And that's all bad.
Yeah. So we'll see. Should be a fun fight, but the main thing is Philip Oz needs a W, baby.
Let's get
that man a W. Get a spectacular finish. Get you on the main card.
We'll get you back on here.
We'll bring him back on. Like I said, if you haven't listened to that interview, go back and listen. We'll be back next. That's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to have me, Bob, and Pete. We're going to do a little game show type environment. Tune into that. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back. The NBA playoffs will start. We'll talk a little NHL hockey, actually, because they got their playoffs starting.
That's what we're going to talk about, playoff hockey.
Yeah, so we got that. We got NBA playoffs.
Golden Knights coming in hot.
NHL hockey. And also the PGA Open is that weekend. So we got a big show in 2 weeks. Check us out next week. We'll have the little game show type deal. And that's it.
Yeah.